expect something, right? They will give something to the business. In return, they will also expect something from the business. So if you take government, you know about government, no guys? That's the main used to just get used to these situations, guys. After all, we are Sri Lankans, right? We need to sacrifice on a daily basis, right? These are the sacrifices we're supposed to make. So let's not waste further time. I'm sharing screen again, right? I'm sharing the screen again to kind of continue with whatever we started off, right? To kind of continue with whatever we started off, right? Share screen, and then you have this. Right. So what you see up on the screen, guys, like what I explained last week, every single stakeholder will be associated, will be connected with what, guys? That give and take relationship, right? They will give something to the business. In return, they will also expect something for sure. So you take the government, guys, like what I said, in terms of our country, government is a set of institution, right, that is responsible to run the country, manage the country, ensure country is functioning in the right manner. So for every business, guys, government is definitely one of the major stakeholder. With regard to our country, guys, they are special stakeholders because they are the fellows who kind of muck up or mess businesses' life or people's life as well, right? You see the economy situation, guys. So leaving that aside, if you generally take government as a stakeholder, right? If you generally take government as a stakeholder, they will definitely give many things to the business case. First is good economy for the business to operate. Unfortunately, not in Sri Lanka, right? But let's not take Sri Lanka, guys. Take other countries as example. You take a country like Canada, you take a country like Australia, you take a country like Malaysia, you take a country like Singapore, you take a country again, guys, like New Zealand. These are top 10 countries which is managed by qualified, capable, competent politicians, right? Government officials. So what they have done, they have managed the economy in the right manner. Yes, COVID was a global pandemic. Yes, it created many problems, but economy was not affected. There was no crisis with regard to the economy. So it's the government's duty to ensure there is a good economy for the business to operate. Go and talk to people who are doing businesses nowadays, guys. They will basically curse the government, especially the president, for the stuff they have created in the economy. The economy is not at all suitable to run the business. No, guys. Prices are increasing. There is no dollar. There are no reserves, right? There is freaking power cut. Restaurants have declared that they will not be selling any products because there is a gas shortage. So there is gas crisis also. So it is not a suitable economy for the business to operate, guys, because they will not be able to generate sales. If there is no sales, no money. No money meaning no revenue for the business. Business can't be running on losses. But it's the government's responsibility to ensure there is good economy because they are responsible to manage the economy, right? Second one is, guys, financial support for the business. What does that mean? If business is in a problem, they're supposed to offer financial support. Just to give you a simple example, I believe you people know a company called Dialogue, right? If you are not aware of that company, it's shocking to be frank, but you should definitely know Dialogue, which is part of your mobile phone. Day to day, you tend to kind of use it. Dialogue back in 2000, guys, back in 2000, it was one of the small business guys in Sri Lanka. But there was this government, Chandrika's government back in 2000, right? She was one of the president. You can go and talk to your parents, ask from your parents. So her government supported Dialogue. They gave money, they gave loans, they gave financial support. For whom? For that company. Do you see, guys, right now, the size of that company, one of the best top-notch organization in the world, in the country. And what they are doing is, guys, they are also increasing their branches, their operation to other countries as well. So their future aspiration, their future vision, or the target is to go international, right? To take the company to other countries as well. So who gave that kickstart? Government. Right now, guys, someone should come to help our government. Already they are asking loans and they're asking for money from other countries. No, guys, right? So they are not in the state. But what to do, guys? We are Sri Lankans, our faith, we are supposed to learn the content, we are supposed to learn the theory, so we are supposed to know this, right? So what you need to understand is government usually offers what, guys? Financial support, which is money, right? You take a country like Malaysia, you take a country like Singapore. Best countries, guys, to start off a small business because government will personally give you money, not just give you money, guys, to run the business, manage the business, right? And the other one is, guys, non-financial support. Non-financial support meaning what? Anything apart from money. Anything apart from money. What was promised by the other presidential candidate, right? Mr. Sajid Premadasa. What he said was, if he becomes the president back in 2019, right? This was one of the promise he gave. If he becomes the president, he will ensure all the small scale businesses do get a free location to run the business. All the small scale business will get a shared workspace to run their business, manage the company. So rather than not having a location, they will have a location, they will have a physical presence. On top of that, he will also hire experts, people who are qualified, experienced to guide them, support them. Example, guys, you take a 21, 22-year old starting off their own business, which is common no guys nowadays. People at the 17, 18, 19, 20 itself, they start off business. They might not have that relevant capability and competency to run the company, manage the company. So they need that guidance, they need that advice, they need that support, they need that mentoring, they need that business coaching. So to do that, there should be experts. So government can provide that. Back in 2000, 2005, guys, this was happening. But right now, it's very rare in a country like Sri Lanka. But take developed countries, guys, Singapore, Malaysia, it's very common. They do that. So this is what the business offer, the government offers, guys, right, to the business. In return, what are they expecting from the business? Very simple, right? Pay tax to the government. Then only, guys, the politicians can steal the money and ensure they have a very lucrative life, classy, cozy lifestyle for them, right? Pay taxes to the government. So government will get tax revenue. Example, guys, let's say you start off a business in the future. Your business is making money, profit of 100,000. Out of 100,000, you might be supposed to make a payment to the government as tax, 10% of that profit or 20% of that profit, right? They also expect the companies to create job opportunities, right? Job opportunities to whom, guys? To the people, right? So people will have a job, they will have money, they will have income, they can afford for goods and services. So they will expect that from the business. They will expect the business to increase the output. Increase the output meaning what, case? Right now, what is happening? I'm providing a service, I'm increasing the output. Similarly, guys, on another time, you will have another alternative class. So they are providing a service. That particular lecturer will be providing a service, contributing to the output. So the government will expect the business to increase the output. The third one, right? Fourth one is, guys, support the government to run and manage the economy, which is obvious, guys, right? To manage the economy, business is very important, right? Business plays a crucial role. So they will expect that also. International recognition for the country, meaning what? To take the country's fame, name, pride to other countries as well. Example, guys, worldwide, if you go and sell Ceylon tea, Sri Lankan based tea, it will definitely have a massive demand even in developed countries, guys. They love Ceylon tea because we have the best high quality tea, guys, right? But we are still second and third to few other countries. That is because of mismanagement. But in the world, Sri Lanka has the best high quality tea. We are known for that. Similarly, guys, the government will expect the country's name to be around the world. For example, guys, if someone wins a medal in Commonwealth Games or Olympic Games, take a game of cricket, no, guys, go back in time, 2011 World Cup final, which was against India. We lost, right? See, I think at that time, guys, Mahinda Rajapaksa went to watch the match, right? Because of that only we lost. Everyone was talking about that because back those days, guys, whenever Mahinda Rajapaksa goes to watch the match, we tend to lose the match, right? But you take other countries, guys, the government will have the basic expectation for the country to perform well, right? That particular individual who is representing the country to perform well, then only, guys, there is recognition. Recently, India won its first ever gold medal in Olympics. It was javelin, guys, right? A young boy at the age of 24 or 25, right? So that was basically a fame recognition to the country. You take guys top end companies such as Facebook, such as Google, such as Microsoft. Those companies has created fame recognition to the country as well. So the government will expect the business to bring international recognition for the country. Final one is, guys, export products to other countries, meaning sell goods to other countries. So this is what they expect from the business. This is give and this is what they expect. Are you clear with these points, guys? Are you clear with these points? My dear students, if you can quickly confirm, we can move forward, right? Right, perfect. Next one, guys, right? Next one. Let me get hold of that also, right? Yeah, so this is case community, right? Community is what case? This is the general public, the general people, the general population that is living in the country, right? What do they give to the business? Simply, guys, they support the business, right? They will offer the support to the business, which is basic. But what do they expect from the business case? First expectation is not create pollution, right? For example, let's say, guys, there is a business next to your house, and that freaking business is creating noise pollution, is dumping waste, and is also emitting, let's say, dangerous gas chemicals to the road. Will you prefer that? No, you will not prefer, because that's not something positive. That's not something which will give a good impact to people. It's dangerous. So one expectation people, that is community, which is us society, do have is not create pollution. There shouldn't be any pollution, right? Second one is case run business in the right manner, meaning what case? With no jilmats and gimmicks. You watch these Tamil movies, right? You watch again, guys, Bollywood, Collywood, Tollywood movies, right? There are these business mafias who will turn out to be the business villain, who will create problem to farmers, who will create problem to villagers, who will create problems to other people and try to earn money. That is not something they expect. They expect the business to be managed, run in an ethical, right manner. Second one, right? Offer services, welfare support when required, meaning what case? Example, last year during COVID, people didn't have job, people didn't have money. Companies such as Nestle, Fonterra, Unilever, Brandix, MS, Dialog came forward to provide donations. So they gave money, they gave food pack, they gave different sorts of support to people. So the community expects what case? That support. And finally, being socially responsible, meaning what? Be responsible to everyone, not only focus on business, but also the entire community, right? Entire country. That is, guys, the final expectation community tends to have from business. Quite straightforward and very simple. Are you clear with this case? You have any doubts, you can ask. If you're clear, you can drop a message. Right. Right. So guys, the last one, right? Competitor. Who is competitor? Is example, if I ask you who are your competitors, what will your answer be? Guys, I'm asking a simple question. Who are your competitors? Your personal competitors. What will your answer be? What will your answer be? Madi, no. Community is the general people, right? General public. Customers are people who actually purchase. Example, you might not consume Coke. Shadia might consume Coke, Coca-Cola. So Shadia is a consumer, but you are falling into what? The society category, right? Cool. So guys, if I ask you a question, who are your competitors? You will simply say whom, guys? Classmates, right? Your classmates. Because see, our school system or global education system is such that from small days, this ranking, the first highest, second highest, third highest position, that kind of creates a very healthy environment, healthy culture for students to push themselves, move forward, and give their best potential, right? Which is something good, which is something bad, which is something bad as well. But majority, guys, of course, will be good. For example, let's say you are doing a sport. Let's say you are let's say into athletics, right? Athlete, 100 meter. or 200 meters or 400 meters or 800 meters. Your competitors will be the other athletes who will be kind of targeting for that first position, right? To get the first place or the second place or the third place. So what you need to understand is, guys, with regard to us, there is competition. So does business, right? For example, you take Coca-Cola, competitor, main competitor is Pepsi, right? You take Apple, main competitor is whom, guys? Samsung. They always fight. They always, kind of take the other business and damage their image also. Example, you take Coca-Cola, guys, go on YouTube and type Coca-Cola's advertisements, right? Destroying Pepsi. Coca-Cola has come up with different campaigns, guys, different advertisements, which is against Pepsi. Pepsi also have done the same, right? Apple has taken Samsung to quotes enough and more times. Samsung also has taken Apple to quotes enough and more times. I'm talking about the mobile phone, right? So, guys, competitors definitely one of the important stakeholder. There, of course, guys, you don't have that give and take scenario. Here, you're simply supposed to know what it is. Simple as that. Competitor is a form of stakeholder, right? So that sums up this section, guys. Started off with the first one, which was owners, right? Owners, then managers, right? I believe you have already copied whatever notes that is supposed to be copied, guys, right? Employees, customers, suppliers, right? Financial institutions, government, community, competitors, right? Now, businesses, my conclusion questions, guys, for you people, right? Can business completely ignore these stakeholders and run the company? Yes or no? Can business ignore these stakeholders completely and run the business? Yes or no? Can they kind of offend? Can they offend meaning is, let's say, be harsh, be rude, be negative toward these stakeholders and run a successful business? Yes or no? No, they can't, guys. Example, employees. Assume you are running a business. Employees, right? You are not going to treat them in the right manner. You're not giving the correct salary to them. You're not offering respect. You're not offering the proper ethical treatment. There you go, guys, right? There you go. Employees will not support you. They will say, Tata, bye bye, go fly a kite, sir. Suppliers, you're not respecting them. You're not paying them on time. They will be like, dude, what the hell? Why should I supply raw materials? Right? Customers, you're not offering the correct product. What will happen, guys? They will not come to your business. They will not purchase from your company. So, guys, long story short, what you need to understand, businesses will have to definitely take into account the stakeholders, manage the stakeholders, and tackle them accordingly, providing them what they expect, what they require, so that they can manage stakeholders, guys. With regard to your life, you can't live a life which is isolated, right? You need to manage many people in your life. Right now, guys, maybe it's your friends and teachers and parents and neighbors and relatives only, but in the future there will be life partners. In the future there will be kids. In the future you will get a mother-in-law, father-in-law, right? You will have many associated stakeholders. You need to manage everyone. So you need to kind of tackle, balance it out properly and move forward. Same thing applies to whom, guys? For businesses. That's the conclusion, guys, with regard to this particular chapter. Let's read the final paragraph, right? It is very important for businesses to identify the varying needs of different stakeholders and satisfy them accordingly. Please highlight this sentence, please. Highlight this sentence, please. Hence, conducting operations in a way that will eventually satisfy the various objective stakeholders. In the same, business could have different expectations from different stakeholders. Right? So write down, yeah, give and take relationship should exist between the stakeholders and the business, right? Stakeholders and the business. So you can copy this line, guys. Copy this line. Once you're done, you can drop a message. Copy this line, please. Once you're done, you can drop a message. Sneha, I had all that to the class group, Sneha. Community. Just check the class group. It will be there. Okay. Guys, once you're done copying this line, drop a message. Okay, fine. Guys, we are done with the first chapter, right? We are done with the first chapter. That's all. We are supposed to complete the mind map, which we will, not now, right? But before that, I want you people to skim through this entire chapter, meaning is not read line by line. Just what you do when you revise, guys, just go through all the main areas, right? Just skim through this entire chapter. If you're crystal clear, drop a message with the letter CC. If you have any questions and any doubts, you can ask the same through the chat forum. So I will give you exactly 2 minutes, guys. Skim through this entire chapter. If you're crystal clear, you can drop a message. If you have any questions, you can ask the same. All good, all okay? Can others also confirm? Now, see, I have shared the drive link, right, in a way where others can edit it. Someone has deleted it. So what I have done is I have shared the tunes to the class group, Najla. If you can check the class group, you will be able to download it. Okay? Right, perfect. Oh, Shahani, also here. Right, perfect. It's freaking warm here. I can cry with the sweat now. Right. Cool. Done with the first chapter, guys. Right. Done with the first chapter. Let's go to the second chapter. Now, before see, very sorry, guys. Unfortunately, I'll not be able to switch on the video. Right. It's a power cut here. Right. So unable to switch on the video. Just manage it, guys. What else to do? No. Right. What else to do? If it is a case of Generator also, we don't have a freaking diesel, no guys, to run the bloody generator, right? We need to manage it in this way. We'll kind of shape it up, right? So second chapter is going to be, guys, business environment. Fine. Now let's have this very casual conversation. You people can keep your chat forum open. Just gonna be asking some personal questions, right? If you are to be successful in your life, right? Can you live, you can be successful when you know about yourself and what is happening around you, or you don't know about you and also what is happening around you. In which case you will be successful? Scenario 1 or scenario 2? Let me repeat it. If you are to be successful, right, option 1, knowing about you and knowing what is around you is very much important, or not knowing about you and not knowing what is happening around you will make you successful. What is it? Obviously scenario 1, no guys, obviously scenario 1, right? I wish and I believe I should have the videos on, but I can't guys, the connection will drop off, right? So with that, let's kind of relate it. For example, guys, consider yourself, right? Take into account yourself. Tell me, are you a person who is perfect, or even you have flaws? One or two. Are you a person who is perfect? Option 1. Or are you someone with flaws? What is it? Obviously, guys, everyone falls into the second category, not first one. No one is perfect here. Humans are not perfect. Each one of us tend to have a massive weakness, massive shortcoming, massive loophole in terms of our life, right? So first and foremost, guys, if you analyze and study about yourself, if you take into account yourself, if you properly look into yourself, right, stand right in front of the mirror and analyze yourself, you will have positive as well as negative. You will have good things as well as bad things. You will have plus as well as minus. Plus can be, guys, you are kind, right? You're honest, you're straightforward, you respect elders, you are hard worker, you are committed, dedicated, focused. But negatives can be a case where you get angry so fast, right? You don't like to move with people, you are rude, right? You're hot tempered, you are lazy, you tend to sleep a lot, you tend to eat a lot, you tend to waste time a lot, right? So in that case, guys, how many of y'all have analyzed yourself in that manner? Your positive and negative. Drop a message with letter M. Guys, you got to be frank here, huh? How many of y'all have analyzed yourself? Drop a message with letter M. Right. Okay, I see good number of students who have analyzed. The ones who have not analyzed also is there, right? No harm. Still you're having your life, you're alive, you can do that. See, guys, the good thing about analyzing yourself and studying yourself, what you will get is, guys, you will clearly see what are you good at, what are you bad at. What are you good at? You will try to maintain, you will try to improve, you will try to develop, you will try to kind of, keep it up there. But then, what are you bad at? What are you not good at? Right? Your negatives. What will you try to do? For example, you have a bad quality, you have a bad discipline, you have a bad attitude, bad character. Will you be a person who is willing to maintain the same for your entire life, or you are a person who is willing to correct it? First one or second one? Maintain or correct it? Obviously correct it, no guys? That's where, guys, we tend to be a better human, right? That's where we transform and we convert ourselves to be better individuals. We know for a fact that we do have negatives. We know for a fact that we are not perfect. We do have our own flaws and shortcomings. Example, you might be a couch potato, right? Always eating, always sleeping, wasting time, and you're completely freaking lazy, right, to do what is important. No issues, no harm. Dude, you're still alive, right? You're not dead. Correct it. Correct your negative to positive. You're supposed to be an active person, right? You're supposed to be a person who uses time in the right manner. You're not respecting elders. That's a bad quality you have. Dude, correct it. That's a negative stuff you have, right? Convert that to a positive. Convert that to something which turns out to be a plus, right? You're rude to people, you're harsh to people, you don't know to talk to people. Correct that. So you see, guys, you as an individual, you're turning out to be a better human being. But we as Sri Lankans, guys, we don't study about us, no, guys. We don't have time for that. Versus we are kind of, big fellows or big shots who is kind of experts at judging others. Look at this girl, man. How many boys he or she is going around? Look at the dress he or she is wearing. Look at the shoes. Look at the way she talks. Look at the way she walks. Look at the way she kind of addresses. Ade macha, bullshit, no. Why do you have to bother about other people? Right? Why do you have to care about others? Their dress, they have purchased it for their money, right? They like it. Let them wear it. What bothers you? Right? What disturbs you? If you're that kind of a person, that means it shows a sense of jealousy, right? It shows a sense of jealousy. Guys, there is a difference. Huh? You looking at that, let's say, dress and you say, wow, this is a niceness, this is a beautiful dress. Can I know where you have purchased it? That is something positive. Do that, right? That is something positive. But then, guys, the other side is our people are negative, no, guys. Hey, look at the dress, man. It's not covered. It's so tight. The body parts are also visible, right? It's so haram. Such a harami fellow he is, right? He will rot in hell. That's how our people behave, no, guys. Right? So that is something which you need to avoid. First, focus on yourself, guys. We don't have time to look into others. Study about yourself, right? Take a piece of paper, allocate 1 hour for yourself, jot down your positives and jot down your negatives. What are you good at, what are you bad at? What are your plus, what are your negatives? What are your positives, what are your negatives? What are your strengths, what are your weaknesses? When you do that, guys, at the end of that activity, you will clearly see what are you not good at. Now focus on that. Try to correct it. Try to put that negative to positive. Try to put that minus to plus. Try to put that weakness to a strength. You're not a honest person. Always you freaking lie, right? Every sentence you say, there is a lie. You realize that. Correct it, guys, right? Correct it. Humans are obviously not perfect. We always have everyday opportunity to correct it, so you can correct that. Now when you do that, guys, will you be a better person? Yes or no? Answer that. Will you be a better person? Yes or no? Will you be a better person? Obviously yes, guys. Your value, your level of class, right, that goes up big time. Your standards goes up big time. You turn out to be a person with values, beliefs which are cultured, which is in the right zone. Aim for that, case. That itself is a form of success for you to move forward, because you will be able to survive, you will be able to be straightforward, you will be able to move with many people, right? Many people will like you. That you don't have to bother, but automatically they will start liking you, guys. You will build your own fan base, right? That is one section, right? Now the second corner is, case, right? Second corner, definitely you will do this, case, I know that. But can I know in this class, how many of you all have this phobia, right, which is people phobia? Sir, I can't go out and talk, sir, right? I get stuck when I see uncles and aunties in wedding or family function or whatsoever. My gobba version gets activated. Actually speaking, guys, I am also like that, right? Being very frank. Back then, right now I'm improving, guys, right? The gobba version gets activated. How many fell into that? Right, perfect. I see good response. Second question, right? Second question, right? Next one. How many of you are living a life? I don't want anything. My room, lights off. Now don't think about anything else, guys. Corrupted fellows. Lights off, and you're just thinking or sleeping or, let's say, reading books or whatsoever. How many of you all are like that? You're like, sir, I don't want to know what's happening around the world, what nonsense and bullshit. I just want to spend time alone, right? I want to be isolated. What kind of is that your category? Right? That is again, guys, right? That is again, how can you read books in the dark? Trust me, girls have that talent, right? Growing up with sister, right, I have seen they have that talent. Girls, I'm saying it right, yeah? There are girls who will read books even in the dark, right? That's it. Female gender, to study and analyze and research and know about female gender, it will take ages, even beyond that, right? For sure, right? They are different, different league. They belong to different league. Men is normal people, right? Female is falling into a different category, right? Extraordinary, right? Exceptional, blessed human beings that do exist in the world. So with that note, guys, what you need to understand, you, right, living that kind of a life, case, right, where you are not aware of about what is happening around the world, do you think guys you will be able to kind of move forward in your life? Example, think about this kind of a life, case. Now close your eyes and you can imagine, yes, true that people around you will think that you're mad and you're stupid, right? You're closing your eyes and going to do an activity, but I want you people to do this, right? Close your eyes, case. Let's fast forward our life. Let's say you are 16 or 17 years old now. Add 20 years to that. 20 years meaning, guys, you might be 26 or 36. So let's keep it at 36. 36, you are living a life where you're all alone. You're not reading. You're not understanding or knowing what is happening around you, right? Do you think is you would have gone to a position which you feel you're proud of, that you have accomplished what you wanted to achieve, you have achieved your target, you have achieved success? Do you think you have gone to that state? No, definitely not, case. For you to move forward in this world, you need to know what is happening around the world. The global affairs, economic affairs. Are 2K rascals affairs kiwama sir, relationship, the boy and girl, the uncle and auntie, the not that case, activities, right? Global affairs, economic affairs, technological affairs, right? Legal affairs, right? Political affairs, international relationship affairs. You're supposed to know about it. Example, guys, if you know what is happening in our country, I am very sure almost majority of the students would have already decided, sir, after A levels, I will get out of this country because I know where this country is heading towards, right? Good for nothing. But there are people, guys, I know ultra legends, they will not bother about what is happening around the world. They are busy with, likes, share, story, photo to be posted on Instagram. Go and like the same photo. Girl or boy might look stupid in that photo, but still like it, still share it. Boru comment ekak, wow, looking so cute and beautiful, so that they will also comment back. Why do you have to do that? Right? So there are people who are busy in that note. Guys, invest time on understanding what is happening around you. Then only you can take the correct actions. Then only you can take the correct decisions. Then only you will kind of move forward, because the world has many things to offer to you, to give to you. You can make use of that. Yes, there are good things, there are bad things. You need to pick those good things, bring it up to you, integrate that to you, take it as part of your life, and you can use that to move forward in your life. Example, guys, you are reading and you realize, okay, in Australia or in New Zealand, they are giving opportunities for students to come and settle down in that country. How many of y'all will take it? Drop a message with letter M. How many of y'all will take it? A simple example. The list goes on, right? Everyone is kind of responding now, right? And I see a few N also, right? I see few N also, right? So guys, see, in that given case, you will go and settle down, you will go and take up that opportunity because you knew about it. But there are people who will not know about it. Those are the individuals who don't know what is happening around the world. How can they make use of the opportunities that will arise? How can they get rid of, kind of avoid and stay away from the negative things that will arise? Example, guys, back in 2018 itself, if the world has predicted that there is going to be a global pandemic, COVID-19, lockdown, the world would have prepared for it with vaccines, right? Online system, online technology, right? Social distancing. But they couldn't predict it. They couldn't see that. Because of that case, things went out of control, right? So what I'm trying to land is, guys, apply to yourself. If you are to be successful, you need to analyze the environment. Environment is what, case? You as well as your surroundings. You as well as your surroundings. Now apply the same, guys, right? Hold on. Apply the same, guys, with regard to business, right? With regard to business. Just let me connect the tab. Hold on 1 minute so that I can scribble, right? How many of you are following classes in the power cut like me in this class? Anyone? Oh, right. Perfect. Cool. Now, guys, like what I said, for individuals, right, their success, they need to study about the environment, which is, guys, which is, right, about them and the surroundings. And the surroundings. Now, let's apply the same concept, guys, for business. Can businesses be successful if they don't take into account the environment? Yes or no? Can businesses be successful if they don't take into account the environment? Can they be successful? Yes or no? If they don't. Of course, no, guys. Of course, no. Why am I saying this? Why am I saying this? Let me explain this with a broader content, right? I think certain students know this, certain A-level students also in the class. You all can shush, others can answer. What kind of a world are we living in today? What will your answer be? If I ask a simple question, what kind of a world are we living in today? What will your answer be? Can you respond, my dear O-level students? Okay, answers right. Global, idiotic world, e-world, internet world, fantasy world, quarantine world, technological world. Okay, what else? What else? What else? What comes to your mind? What comes to your mind? Advanced, modern, stupid business world. Okay, opportunity, time, global world. Fine. Guys, it is regarded that we are living in a world, right, which is a VUCA world. We are living in what, guys? A VUCA world. I know the term sounds funny, but this is what is revealed. We are living in what, guys? A VUCA world. What is this VUCA world? Guys, hear me out. I'm making your content easy by going to connect this to chapter 2, right? So what is this VUCA world? Each letter has its meaning. First one, volatile. What does volatile mean, guys? What does volatile mean? Guess it, guess it, guess it, guess it. Give some work to your brains also, guys. Then only you will be awake. If not, you will doze off. What does volatile mean? You are going to do science also, no? 4 levels. So what does volatile mean? What does volatile mean? Volatile. Volatile means, guys, very simple. Things are changing fast. Things are changing fast. Will you agree with me? Things are changing fast. Will you agree with me? Yes or no? Things are changing fast. We are living in a volatile world. Example, right? Example, you take this simple class, case. You take this simple class. Mirfat, I'm ignoring your question. I'm doing an explanation. Hold on, right? You take this class, right? If you take this class, if not for this online, we would have been in a physical class, no, guys. You people would have been seated right in front of me and you would have been following the lectures, correct? But look at the situation right now. You are in different corners at your own place and we are connected online, right? Example, you take booking a taxi. Now, if you have to book a taxi, guys, what will you do? What will you do? Most of the time, what will you do? We either go to pick me or Uber, right? Book a taxi, right? You book a taxi, let that be a tuk guy or let that be a car or let that be a bike, not at all an issue. You have pick me, you have Uber. But you go back in time, guys, during our parents' era. During our parents' era. Was it the case, guys? No, it was not the case. Why? They used to have someone who is part of, let's say, that society, that area where they ideally know that person. They will give a phone call and they will expect that person to come. That person will be lying, saying that he is 5 minutes away, 10 minutes away, right? That person might kind of, let's say, bargain over prices. But right now, guys, nothing, right? You know, when you book a taxi through Pick Me or Uber, where that person is, what is the charge, what is the rate? Yeah. Another one is, guys, you take ordering food. Again, you have Pick Me Foods, right? You have Uber Eats. You can order the food through that. But back then, guys, people had to actually visit to that place, restaurant, and kind of purchase. So what I'm trying to land here as a message is, guys, world is volatile. Volatile meaning what, guys? Changing fast, right? U is for uncertain. What does uncertain mean? Uncertain simply means, guys, you never know what is going to happen next. COVID 19, was that something people expected? Right? Tsunami, was that something people expected? Right? Change in technology, was it something people expected? Right? Sri Lanka going through economic crisis, was it something which people expected, which we expected? No. So world is full of uncertainty, guys. You don't know what is going to happen next, right? What is going to happen next? You never know that. Third one is, case, complex. Complex meaning what, case? These days people are complicated. These days people are complicated. Why? At a young age itself, they have access to many information. They are thinking about many things, right? Example, guys, you take you as an example, right? You might be 14, you might be 15, you might be 16. You have too many information and you are complex, you are complicated. Why am I saying this? Because, guys, right now I see, young ones at the age of 12, 13, they are talking about, gym. They are talking about diet. They are talking about carbs in the body. They are talking about, proteins in the body. They are talking about energy levels. Back then, guys, when I was 12 and when I was 13, it was a simple norm. You eat like a cow and you play like a buffalo, you will be fit and healthy. That's the norm. But you see people nowadays, guys, they are thinking too much. Why? They have too much of information because of smartphones. So people are complex, people are complicated because they have too much of information, right? Last one is, guys, ambiguity. Ambiguity meaning what, guys? For example, I say, right, in this class, right, let's say example, black is the best color. How many of y'all will agree with me? Drop a message with letter M. People who are not going to agree, drop a message with letter N. Black is the best color. There you go. There is M, but there is also N coming up. Right? There is also N coming up. Let me say another example, another statement, right? Business studies is the best subject. Do you agree? Yes or no? There you go again. There is mix of opinion coming up. Right? Mix of opinion coming up. Yes, no, there is also sometimes. So, guys, what I'm trying to say is, guys, ambiguity meaning world is full of different opinion, right? Different opinion. Example, guys, simple example. You and your friend is standing, right? Opposite gender is walking. You might find that boy or girl cute, but your friend might say, no, not cute. You might find that boy or girl beautiful, but your friend says, are you blind? Have you lost all the taste? Right? He's not, or she is not. So, guys, world is full of people with different opinions. So, what you need to understand is, guys, what you need to understand based on business context, volatile meaning changing fast. Things are changing fast, right? How things were done, how things are done, how things will be done in the future will definitely change fast. World is full of uncertainty, meaning what? You don't know what is going to happen next. What next? You never know that. It's full of uncertainty. Complex meaning what, case? People are complicated. They are not simple, right? They are complicated. Ambiguity meaning what, case? People are filled. World is filled with different opinion, right? People with different opinion. So this is what you need to understand, guys. So living in this VUCA world and businesses surviving and thriving in this VUCA world, it's very important for businesses to analyze what, case? Business environment. In simple terms, they should analyze the internal environment within the business and external environment outside the business. Like the example I told at the start case, for us to be successful, you need to analyze about you as well as your surroundings. Similar to that case, you need to analyze internal environment as well as the external environment. That is where, guys, this topic internal environment gets connected to our content. Why they need to analyze internal external environment? Because it is critical for the success of business organization. You will realize it as we flow through the content. Are you clear with this basic introduction, guys? Are you clear with this basic introduction? Yes or no? Right. Let me take the relevant tute, guys. Right. Let me take the relevant tute. Mr. Abdullah Irfan, your video is on, brother. Please let me go to the tute. Hold on. Right. Okay. So let's read the first bit, guys. Let's read the first bit. Business environment. Business environment. Environment could be known as all the surroundings. Business environment could be known as anything which surrounds and affects the business organization. Guys, you will get more sense and logic as we complete, right? So hold on. In other words, it is the environment in which business organization is functioning. Moreover, the business environment factors influence and affects the business decisions, strategies, actions, operations, and performance. Guys, for now, can you put 3-star mark for this line? We are going to revisit this area and we are going to read it again as we complete this entire chapter. For now, just put these 3-star marks. Put these 3-star marks. Right? In a dynamic business world, it is vital for organizations to continuously be aware of the dramatic changes which is taking place so that it could adjust and blend its strategies, decisions, tactics, operations, and process accordingly in order to successfully sustain and compete in the challenging business environment. Therefore, every business has a responsibility to continuously monitor and study the business environment. Now, let me explain this content, right? Let me explain this content. Yeah. Example. Example, right? COVID-19, right? So, physical classes were cancelled. Physical classes were cancelled. What did schools do? What did schools and tuition classes and whatever other lectures universities do? They went online, right? So what did they do, guys? They adjusted, right? Okay, physical class, it doesn't allow because of COVID-19. Let's change to online, right? Let's change to online. Second one, you take supermarkets. You take supermarkets. They saw, okay, fine, there is lockdown, people can't come out. What did they do? They sold it through internet, which is e-commerce. They sold it through what case? Internet, which is e-commerce. Right? They sold it through internet, which is e-commerce. Third one, right? Third one, you take iPhone, right? Technology is changing. What are they doing? Every year they are releasing mobile phones. Every year they are releasing what guys? Mobile phones. Yeah. Fourth one, you take Amazon, right? You take Amazon, which is guys owned by the second richest person, right? Jeff Bezos. Jeff Bezos. This is guys e-commerce because he saw everyone is getting into internet related transactions. Internet and internet related transactions. So what I am trying to land here is, guys, there will be many changes in the business environment. Can the business say, okay, let's stop the business and let's wait until things are okay? No, they can't do that. They need to adjust. they need to change, they need to figure out another option. It's like, guys, for example, you take Sri Lankans with regard to students and the lecturers. We know that there is going to be a power cut on a freaking daily basis. I know, which is annoying and frustrating also. But can I say, okay, lectures are cancelled and let's kind of call it off? No, I need to adjust. I need to change. I need to adopt an option, right? And this saga is going to continue for the next 1 month, guys, for sure, right? For the situation of the country, it will continue for the next 1 month. So in that case, guys, can I look up and cancel all my classes? No, I can't do that. I need to adjust, I need to change, and I need to figure out another option. It applies to you as well. Don't bring up power cut as an excuse, because power cut is definitely going to happen. You need to adjust, you need to change, you need to figure out another option. So similarly, guys, business should analyze the environment, should adjust, should change, should figure out another option. They can't stop the business, versus they need to adjust, change, figure out another option, right? So this is what they communicate, guys, in that introduction paragraph, right? Simple as that. Getting back to the screen, guys, right? Getting back to the other screen, let's continue. Guys, it's the azan, right? Just hold on. Just hold on. Let's continue from this. So guys, business environment. Business environment could be broadly categorized into two. Internal environment, guys, write down. Guys, write down. You can copy the note. You can copy the note. Just copy this first. I'll explain, right? Internal environment. The environment, right? The environment is copy this, right? And I'm going to diagram here, guys, right? I'm going to give a diagram here. I want you people to copy that diagram as well.